What's good, y'all? It's Solution back at it with another mental gym video in which I give you guys mental exercises you can use to become extremely successful and accomplish all the goals that you are after. So let's get right into it. So today I want to talk about a very interesting mental exercise that I believe can help you out a lot when it comes to overcoming obstacles that you are going to face on the path to achieving whatever goals that you are after. And that is self-talk. And so the definition I came up with for self-talk in the context of achieving your goals is making sense of situations to help you achieve your goals. As I just said, you're going to go through a bunch of obstacles that are going to get in the way of you achieving your goals, or obstacles that you need to overcome in order to achieve your goals. And the simple mental exercise you're going to use is something that I've stolen from all English teachers that have ever existed everywhere. And that is speak to yourself, and then key thing here, out loud. This is the most broken frame that I've been personally using, that I've personally used for years to help me overcome so many obstacles and situations that I've been through on the path to achieving whatever goals that I've ever been after. And English teachers were really on to something with this. So how this relates to English teachers is probably from English teachers that you've had or currently have. They always tell you when you write an essay or you write a paper, you should read that paper out loud, right? Because you write the paper mentally and you could read it mentally, but why do they tell us to speak and read it out loud? Because we will be able to catch errors that we make in our paper, like run-on sentence there, grammatical error there, should have a comma there, should have a period there. This sentence doesn't make any sense. Like, you will be able to figure out all the problems that are in your paper by speaking it out loud. Why? Because you're processing it double time now. Because normally when you just read something mentally, you're processing it one way and you're just processing it once or fluidly through your mind. But when you speak out loud while you are reading something, now not only are you processing it regularly with your mind, you're also processing it again through your ears, because you hear yourself speak out loud and you're interpreting what you were saying through your ears as well. So now you're processing it double time, right? And the thing is, they were right that this works with English papers, right? But it also works with real life situations that you're going to go through, because you're going to have different situations or obstacles you're going to have to get through. And you're going to need to collect all the information you currently have, or all the knowledge and information you currently have at your disposal, and use it to overcome obstacles, right? But it's hard to just think about it all in your mind, because it's hard to hold on to all these thoughts. And in the same way that it's hard to just do mental math, unless obviously you practice and you get very good, it's hard to hold all these thoughts in our heads at once, which is why we talk to people about situations to kind of see where we're at and see how we decide to move forward. But sometimes you're not always going to have people at your disposal immediately, and specifically people in your value circle. And your value circle is essentially people who help you achieve your goals because they have information that can serve you. I have a video that I made in the past about that I'll link in the description. You should definitely go check that out. But point is, essentially, you might not always have these people ready to go. And if you want to achieve your goals faster, you would want to do everything in your power to get all the information and knowledge you have currently and use it to come up with a solution so you can start getting back to working, getting back to acting, because in order to achieve goals, you have to do. And the faster you're able to take in, observe information, and then act on it, the quicker you'll be able to achieve your goals. Which is why speaking to yourself out loud can be very broken for you. Because now, and what has worked for me many times is, when I've had certain situation, I'll be like, okay, so this is all I have currently. I've talked to this person, I've done this, but wait, I haven't done this particular thing. Or I'll realize while saying something, I'm like, okay, I've talked to this person and this person and this person, but I haven't went there. And I'm like, oh, because I haven't done so and so and so, that's why. So now I need to go do that thing to figure it out. And in the same way that I'm literally talking to you guys right now, like while making this video, is how I will talk to myself by myself in my room when I need to overcome a situation. And I've done this for a really long time. And I know that might seem weird, but I'm telling you, in order to become successful and achieve things nobody else has really achieved, you have to do weird shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to do the same things that everybody else does and get better outcomes. You have to be willing to do weird shit to get cool outcomes. So point is like, and be enthusiastic about it. Like really be like talking to yourself, like for whatever place you have where you can go and be alone, like really get into it with yourself when you have a situation that you need to get over or something is preventing you from achieving your goals and you need to collect all the information you have to figure out what to do. Like really sit and have a conversation with yourself out loud. Like legitimately talk to yourself, like as if somebody else is in the room. Because in the same way when you talk to another person about a particular situation and then they talk back to you back and forth, you can basically remove your conscious self and then have your unconscious self. Because when you are being conscious and or speaking out loud about whatever situation, your unconscious self is interpreting it, and then it will tell when it hears something weird. Because you'll be like, wait, oh, that doesn't actually make any sense. Like that's where you're going to see yourself catching yourself. So if you really get into it, I don't mean don't do this lazily, because you're not going to get the results that you want. And I would assume you guys want to overcome whatever situations you have that are preventing you from achieving your goals. So don't just be like, okay, I have this situation. No, like really get into it as if somebody is physically in a room with you and be like, okay, so this is all the information I have out in front of me. I have this, and this going on, and I need to get here. So what should I do here? Like really get into it, and trust me, bro, you will see amazing results, and you'll be able to overcome obstacles much faster. And even if you still need to go and talk to someone to figure out and like come to a better conclusion, you can do a lot of pre-work before you go and talk to somebody. Because then that talk that you eventually have with somebody else who can help you with whatever you're trying to achieve will be go a lot smoother, because you're not wasting any time. Because if you just sit there and you're talking to yourself the whole time and then you're like, okay, this is all the information and everything is very clear to me, when you go talk to somebody else, you guys can quickly come to a conclusion which will get you where to where which will get you to where you want to go much faster, compared to if you just come to the person and you haven't even thought of the information that you haven't even made the information clear enough to like communicate it to somebody else. Like both of you guys have to sit there, waste time breaking down all the information first before you can figure out what to do. Whereas you can just literally just speak to yourself out loud alone for as long as you need to, get all the information as clear as possible. Because when you make things clear, you can make good decisions. Because the whole reason why you would speak to yourself out loud is because everything is not clear yet. It's all just kind of in your head. But when you speak out loud, you make all the information clear, and that's how you catch yourself where shit doesn't make sense. That's why when the English teachers were recommending that you read the paper out loud, it's so things will become more clear to you. That's the whole point of this. And this is why I believe this frame is absolutely crazy and can help you guys out so much. Right? So yeah, so that's pretty much my self-talk mental exercise. This is a really simple exercise, but in the long run, guys, it can help you out so much. Because if you don't immediately have someone you could just go say all this to, like, you know yourself best, and so you will be able to catch yourself when something feels weird. Obviously, somebody else talking to somebody else is helpful because they can be more objective about your situation than you. Basically, they can talk directly about your situation without the emotions involved. Because when we talk about ourselves, we have all these emotional and egos and different stuff. But at the very least, if you don't have access to somebody else immediately or whatever, speak to yourself out loud. Get all the facts and information out and get it as clear as possible. So at the very least, you can either immediately solve it right then and there for yourself, which I've done so many times and has helped me move much faster. Or the minute that you have to do go and talk to somebody, the information has all been set out. It's all already clear in your mind. You just tell the person, they're like, okay, so you should probably do this. And then you can move faster and do whatever you need to do. So please give me feedback on this. Did this make sense? Do you believe like, I never really thought about it like that. Now I can kind of just start talking to myself, and I get it. The first time it might feel weird. But after you've done it enough times, you will start to get used to it and start regularly be having these personal conversations with yourself. And I think like it's just really important to be able to just talk to yourself, because it's so easy and we're so used to talking to other people, but we never really talk to us about us with just us. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's just something really cool that you should definitely do. It might be weird the first time, but over time you'll definitely get used to it. Or you could tell me down in the comments, you're like, yeah, solution, this was definitely stupid, makes no sense. I don't know how this could work for me. You're dumb. You could have explained this way better, used better examples, do whatever else, went more in depth, or laid off going in the depth or whatever. Just lay it down in the comments. It all helps me become a better YouTuber who can better serve you guys and give you guys better mental exercises that help you achieve your goals and get to where you want to go as fast as possible. And if you liked it, please, please, please like this video, boost this in the algorithm so more guys can see this and realize that, I should actually be talking to myself more, not just like talking to myself in my head, but literally out loud, like I'm having a genuine conversation, because it can make all these obstacles and different situations that will hit me on the path to achieving my goals much easier for me to get through the weeds and figure everything out, make everything clear so I can make better decisions and get to wherever I want to go much, much faster. And with that being said, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next Mental Gym video. Peace.